Alright, so my hyperfixations tend to become somewhat of a detriment. Firstly, this film equipment makes the room hot as shit. This light is burning my face. But also, I ordered a good amount of manga for my next video, but unfortunately, I don't have the shelf space for it. I got this shelf toward the end of last year and it completely filled up. So, I started double stacking them. Unfortunately, it looks ugly as shit and I hate it. And not only that, the figures are starting to pile up and now there's just no room for all this stuff. I was trying to put this off as long as possible, but I'm gonna need another shelf. So let's go get one. So I started my journey, hopped in my car, and I hit the road. Motherfucker. Eventually, 2 towns over, I made my way to the nearest Target. Alright, so I'm at Target. I'm gonna go in. Hopefully I can find a shelf. Probably like a 5. I want a 5-tier sounds cool. I want a 5-tier, but they're usually really flimsy, at least the Walmart ones. Maybe a 3-tier. I don't know. We'll see what's in there. And I'm not gonna lie, I got lost. And also, I hate filming in public, so I don't have B-roll. I can't find the home goods section, but I did find a Sonic the Hedgehog Nerf gun, and I low-key kind of want it. But eventually, I found the home goods section where I was given a choice between a 3-tier shelf and a 5-tier shelf. They were both pretty cheap, but I decided to go with the 5-tier because I want more books, and so the extra space would be kind of nice. And I just hope that wasn't the bad decision. I struggled really hard to get it into the shopping cart and stopped to get an icy before I left. This was really heavy. I'm very tired. I think the big thing I didn't think about was where the fuck I'm gonna put this. But I guess we'll build it and then I'll deal with that later. And I'm not gonna lie, I spent way too much time trying to put together this shelf, only for it not to be worth it in the end. So this is kind of embarrassing. I was making the shelf and I broke the bottom half. So I just have the top half behind me. And I guess we'll just make it work. I'm right by the fan. That was a bad idea. Point is, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna have a tiny shelf.
The next day.
Alright, so I got the shelf up and honestly it doesn't look all that bad if I can be honest. Yeah, it's wobbly as fuck and I gotta keep the pillow here to keep it steady. And maybe it's missing the bottom half because it combusted on itself. But it's alright. Look at this Naruto manga, it looks pretty good. So I guess the next step is to reshelve all this. There's so much manga on the floor and there's a whole thing of figures that I need to go through, and I guess we'll do that and then we'll be ready to go. And with that, the collection is set up. I really like how it came out. Despite the shelf being wobbly as shit and needing a pillow to kind of brace itself, we were able to kind of adapt. Pro tip, Target shelves not put together properly, and it fucking collapsed on itself. But again, we overcome. I honestly really enjoy how this looks. Everything kind of looks a lot more intentional than I had it last. I'm able to display all my volumes and really appreciate how they look. I'm really glad I picked up some of these little stands from Dollar Tree. I'm able to display some of my favorite manga, like the Gurren Lagann volume or the Hajime no Ippo. I like being able to just show that off. It's nice. I think my next step for the collection is finishing some of the series that I've started and have a good chunk of, like Naruto, Dragon Ball, Full Metal, because there's so many other series that I want to keep collecting, like Don Sakamoto Days, Blue Box. They're so good and I want more, but that means I have to decide whether or not to get those or some of these bigger series that I've just not completed yet. Then I also have to get another shelf for this corner over here, because with all the manga I know I'm going to get, I'm going to be running out of room again. I'm having a really good time making stuff for this channel again, and if you like it as well, definitely subscribe because I got some fun videos on the way. And it may or may not be about the manga that's going on this part of the shelf. In the comments, let me know what other kind of videos you want to see, or what books I should put in my collection. With that being said, it's really late, the lights are making the room really hot, and I have to go to bed. So stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!